Hello, good people, beautiful people of the world. My name is Crys'Dawna. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new here, welcome back, friends and family. It's a whole new era here. I'm gonna be using a bunch of different products this coming year. If you guys have suggestions or things that you have wanted me to try out, please put it in the comments below. You guys see this dresser back here? This dresser right here. This is something I have painted multiple times. I did a post probably about a month and a half ago about it, and I have decided what I'm going to do. Okay, so first of all, this will be, I promise, the last time that I'm painting this dresser. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to refresh or, fix maybe something that's a little bit funky smelling. So we're going to do that in this video. Also, I'm gonna show you guys how to do a sherbet rainbow mermaid blend because I am going to be using a new line called Daydream Apothecary, and one of my really good friends, Llewellyn from Whimsy, has curated a line with them, and it is a coastal theme. So it is going to be great. She's got some nice sherbety colors in there. We are going to blend with it. It is a clay chalk hybrid paint. You do have to seal it. They have retailers. There are retailers around the world. They are a small company. They just started, so obviously they're growing. But I'm going to put in the description below the site so that you guys can see it. Daydream Apothecary, a super fun paint to use. We are going to be blending and doing all the things colorful. You guys, I'm back. So I'm gonna show you guys the colors we'll be using here in a second, and we are gonna get started on this dresser. I promise, last time. I swear it's the last time. Maybe, I don't know. If you guys wanna see this, stay here. Today I'm going to be using the paint by Daydream Apothecary. It is a clay and chalk artisan paint. This is their coastal line, which was curated by my good friend Llewellyn from Whimsy. They come in tin jars, and what I did is I just took a flathead screwdriver and I opened it. They do have smaller sizes that are in plastic, but I mixed them up first before I use them. But here are the colors: Hibiscus, Lemon Shark, Scuba Girl, and Saltwater. They are just really nice, rich pastel colors. I'm going to clean the entire piece inside and out with sugar soap. Sugar soap is a concentrated cleaner, and so I just put a little bit in water, and I'm going to just clean the inside and the outside of this piece first. I'm also going to go over it with clean water just to get any residue off, any residual soap off. And then what I'm going to do is, after the inside dries, I am going to condition it and deodorize it. This has been sitting down in my basement area where I've been sawing and doing a bunch of woodworking, so there's a lot of dust and dirt that had gotten into this piece, and so we want to make sure that I clean it. I'm using Wise Owl's Citrus Mint Furniture Salve. This, not only does it rejuvenate the wood, you can see it right here, but it makes it smell super nice. You can use this over painted surfaces as well to seal, or raw wood, or to rejuvenate things. You can use a brush, or right here I am taking a shop towel, and you can rub it in with a shop towel as well. The first thing I did was place all of my colors down with 2 coats before we did blending. So the first color I'm using is Lemon Shark in the Coastal line by Daydream Apothecary. And I'm just using a natural bristle brush to lay these colors down. And now I'm going to put Saltwater next to it. And the reason why I put Saltwater next to it is because I know when I blend those two together, in the middle I'm going to get a really nice green. These are clay and chalk paints, so they are going to blend really nicely together and reactivate with water really nicely. Just remember that when you're using these paints that they need to be sealed with either a wax, or Daydream Apothecary has a top coat. The next color I am going to put down is Hibiscus, which is a really nice kind of a coral pink color.
And so we're going to put that underneath the blue so that when those blend together, we know that there's going to be kind of a purple going on with those two colors. And so I'm going to put that down as the third color that I'm putting here. And I know that this process looks a little crazy, but remember, when we're doing blending or doing any kind of colorful pieces, you need to trust the process. The fourth color I'm going to put down is called Scuba Girl. This is more of a purple color, and we're going to put it next to the pink but underneath the yellow. Now, someone had asked me when I posted this piece a few days ago, how did my colors not muddy together, that purple and that yellow? How did they not muddy together and turn like a gross brown color? But there are not blacks in those colors, and so when they mix together, they're just going to layer on top of each other versus mixing in and creating a gross brown color. So when I blend, I always use a mister bottle, and I use a paintbrush for each color, and I always have a clean, dry, neutral brush as well. It doesn't matter what paint I blend with, that is how I always blend when I'm blending. So what I'm doing is I misted the surface, and I'm going to go over that transition area where I have the lemon shark and I have the saltwater, and I'm going to add a little bit of the lemon shark and make it go over top of the saltwater. I'm going to mist it, and then I'm going to take the saltwater and I'm going to start back and then start layering over that lemon shark. So what's going to happen is we're going to be able to soften and layer and blend those two colors together. And while we're doing that, you can start seeing in the middle, we're going to get a green color. So I'm going to take the lemon shark and I'm going to layer that one more time so that way we get more of a green going on. I'm going to move over to the next section. So we have saltwater and hibiscus, and I'm going to mist that. And remember, I'm using natural bristle brushes, but you can use whatever your favorite brushes are. And so I'm going to go to that transition line and I'm going to add some of that salt water. You can do circles, you can do horizontal, you can do diagonal, whatever you need to do to get these colors to mesh together. Because this is a clay and chalk paint, these are going to blend very, very easily. And so you just need a little bit of water and a light hand and you can blend them together. So we're taking the hibiscus and we're going down and we're just going to move up into that salt water. And you can see that it's starting to blend. We're getting a little bit of a purple color, but it's not muddying to the point where it looks bad. It's nice and it's blended. So what we're going to do now is we're going to mist it. We're going to take the salt water and I'm going to just go over that transition line and I'm just going to toggle between the two colors and we're just going to blend them and lightly pull them into each other. You want to make sure that you keep your surface misted, but right now what I'm doing is I'm going over it with my clean, dry, neutral brush. This is called the Caddy, and what I'm going to do with this is going to help me smooth all of those areas after I'm done blending. And now I'm going to take the hibiscus and I'm going to take Scuba Girl and I'm going to blend that area. It's the same exact technique. I'm just going to toggle between the two colors, make sure it's misted, and just kind of layer and blend into each other. The next part we're going to move to is the Scuba Girl and we're going to use Lemon Shark. So this is where, someone had thought maybe it would muddy together, but it won't because there are not blacks in these colors. And so the undertones will not create a brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with Lemon Shark and we're going to kind of just move over top of the Scuba Girl. If anything, what the Lemon Shark will do is it'll lighten up that Scuba Girl and it just kind of layers these together. You can take a paper towel like I just did and wipe off the excess Lemon Shark or the Scuba Girl so that way they don't mix too much and all you're doing is layering them. So we're just going with the lemon shark and we're going over top of everything first. And that way we have a light hand and we're just kind of meshing and melting these colors together. I'm going to mist it, and then I'm going to take my Scuba Girl and I'm going to lightly go over it and kind of just push that Scuba Girl up into the lemon shark. But I'm not necessarily trying to blend as I am just trying to layer them on top of each other and smooth them together. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking that neutral brush, that caddy brush, and I misted it, and then I'm just going to take that and go over it to smooth everything, and then it naturally just smooths and meshes everything together. And so then we have a nice clean blend. Again, these paints are different than some of the paints that I have been using for years. It's a clay and chalk paint, so they are going to layer and mesh together a little bit more easily. Here is what the blend looks like now, and I did blend the sides. I did everything the same, so the sides were blended the same as the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3x4 Electric Ray by Surf Prep, and I'm going to take a 10mm pad, and I'm just going to smooth over everything. And what this is going to do is going to distress things, and it's going to expose maybe some of the layers underneath. I don't want this to be a super clean finish. I want to have kind of a rustic boho, just cool finish on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal this in with Daydream Apothecary's Dreamcoat, and I'm using one of their brushes to lightly put it over top of everything. You can apply this with whatever you want, but you can see right here, if you look where I have applied the Dreamcoat, it makes the colors even more rich. So not only does it seal it, but it brings out the real true colors of this paint line. And so that's why you want to seal this paint line, because once you seal it, you really show all the vibrant colors into this line, and it just looks beautiful. And I really like this Dreamcoat as well. It's a water-based top coat, but it almost has like it's got a low luster, but it almost looks like a wax finish when you're done, but it's not. I just really like it. And now I'm going to take Redesign with Prima's Decor Wax in Polaris, which is really cool. It's like a shimmery, glittery look, and I'm going to put that on all of the wood areas just to give it a little bit of an iridescent feel, because this is a unicorn mermaid blend. And why not use my mermaid makeup brushes to do this? It's very subtle, and it didn't show up as much on pictures and camera, but you can see right here where it's starting to layer. It's just super, super cute. And this is an oil-based wax, so it will seal itself.
Okay, everybody, this piece is done. Ooh. This piece is done. This video is done. Here it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy this piece. Make sure that you guys are checking out the description below to find the link, because you can only get this paint at the local retailer, and there are quite a few people around the world that have this. It is just starting. They are a growing company. So if you guys want to try this paint, then make sure you check out that description so that you can find out where to get your stuff from your local retailer. And as always, guys, happy creating, and I will see you later. Bye.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world